Hey guys, it is Holy Basil here, back with another video. This is a workout from last week. It got rather cold here in Tennessee, cold spell. I think 2 degrees was the lowest I saw. Not the best for this Louisiana boy. But anyway, contracted COVID last Friday, so I've been under the weather a few days, but I'm going to get back to it. Very thankful to be feeling good. And here I am doing some RDL supersetted with some banded crunches and to help out with that lower back fatigue that RDLs just accumulate so well. But anyway, the purpose of today's video is to talk about purpose. And I had a friend recently going through some depression, feeling like he didn't have purpose. And that hit home with me because I've struggled with that for a long time. And being married, being a husband, you feel a need to be able to produce and to do things, and when you don't, you can sometimes feel like you don't have a purpose. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a nurse, and I can't really take nursing home with me, and that very much so frustrates me sometimes because a lot of careers, you can, if you're an electrician, you can take that home with you and do electrical work, or if you're a singer, you can sing at home. But I guess I can wipe butts pretty well. That's a plus. And not to demean nursing, but it's just a frustration that I have. And the enemy attacks my purpose, and he makes me feel useless. So it led me to look up what the highest suicide rates amongst professions were. And the list was rather interesting. And so this is from mentalhealthdaily.com, and there's 10 professions listed. And I don't know if it's any order, but it's still pretty interesting. So I'll list them for you 1 through 10. The professions that were most likely to kill themselves per this website were doctors, dentists, police officers, veterinarians, finance people, realtors, electricians, lawyers, farmers, and pharmacists. And that was very eye-opening to me because a large portion of this list I revere, and I think if I could go back, I would be an electrician or a doctor. I know that God has a purpose for me within nursing, but it just goes to show you how the enemy can make us question and doubt ourselves. And not that feeling a lack of purpose is the only reason for suicide, but I feel like it is a big part of it. And how useful each one of these professions is to society. You can't argue that each one of these, well, maybe one or two, but at least 80% of these are essential to society. And that made me think about the importance of not finding your purpose in your career. And as men, we are challenged in that because we are so work-driven and being a provider. But no amount of production that we can do will compare to what God has done for us. And even if you're unemployed or disabled, it does not make you a better person if you have this cool profession, because I believe my definition of purpose is to glorify God with the skill sets that he has provided us. And whether that's glorifying God in music or singing, woodworking, serving other people, friendships, fatherhood, writing, medicine, nursing, cooking, whatever it might be, I believe that we can glorify God. And I believe that is our purpose here on this earth. But all of this is temporary apart from Jesus. And Ephesians 3:11 says that this was in accordance with the eternal purpose which is to be carried out in Christ Jesus. So if you're listening to this today and you feel like you don't have purpose, I encourage you to reach out to God and just know that he gives us an eternal purpose. And if you're listening to this and you don't know God, I would encourage you to, and that you would know the gospel, which is the good news that Jesus was born and died on the cross and was resurrected for you and I. All in all, if you're still listening, I hope you enjoyed the video. Enjoy this view of my backyard. You can see some deer up there. from this winter storm, and don't let the enemy attack you on your purpose.